Hey everybody. Today we're going to talk to you about our favorite subject, camping. And we're going to tell you our top 10 favorite campgrounds in the state of New Mexico. If you've been following us for a while, you know that we love camping and that we have camped all over this state for 20 years now. We have camped in our trailer camper. We have camped in a tent or different tents, and we've also done backpacking in the state. So we think we're a pretty good authority now on what we like and what we don't like in camping here in New Mexico. So sit back and get a notepad ready to write down your favorites, and if you would agree or disagree with us, please leave a comment down below if you have some ideas for us. So let's get started now and start our countdown at number 10. Number 10 is Agua Piedra Campground. Now this is just north of the Pecos Wilderness and south of the town of Taos. We've been here twice. You make reservations on recreation.gov. It does fill up on weekends, particularly in the summer months, and especially on holidays, it's booked way in advance. We absolutely love the forest setting, and we had a really good time in the area. You're close enough to go visit one of the towns nearby. It's just a good all-around campground for tent camping or for trailer camping. Probably our only negative for this is it did get a little bit crowded on holidays, but we really did enjoy it. Number 9 is Hopewell Lake Campground. Now, this campground is located in the northern part of the state, and it's almost to the town of Chama. We took a tent there, but you can easily do it with a camper or a truck, whatever you want to use for camping. The campsites are very rustic. This is not a fancy campground, but we love the setting. You're at 10,000 feet in the Aspens, and there's actually really nice hiking trails nearby. We definitely took advantage of that there, and that's why it gets such a good rating. Number 8 on the list was one we visited just this year in 2023, and that's Datil Well Campground. Now, this is a little bit out of the way, but we really liked the campground. It had huge campsites, and it had really nice hiking trails in the area. So it gave us what we look for when we go camping, and that's a nice campsite that's very quiet and things to do. And Pie Town being close by was definitely a bonus. Number 7 on our list is City of Rocks State Park. We went here a couple of years ago, and we were absolutely blown away by this campground. It is so picturesque with all the campsites sitting in among the rocks. We have several videos of this campground. It just was so amazing. And we actually walked around the entire campground and videotaped the different campsites. So if you're planning to go to City of Rocks, I would recommend you watch our video, which I'll link here, so that you can pick out the appropriate campsite. This campground fills up really fast, and you want to make sure you pick a campsite perfect for you. Some campsites are really small or on a steep hill, so check out the video. This is a great campsite and campground. Number 6 is Quemado Lake. And there are several campgrounds here in this area. We stayed at the main campground, and the campsites are all first come. But we did not have any problem getting a campsite early Friday morning. but it did look like the campground filled up by the evening that night, and definitely Saturday it filled up. There's several boondocking campgrounds in the area, so you can always check those out too. Our video covers all of those, the main campground and the boondocking site, so you can see what's available. There are plenty of campgrounds in this area, and it's got a big, beautiful lake. If you like to fish, it looks like this is the place to go in central New Mexico. Ron and Dylan both enjoyed walking down to the lake every day and checking out what was going on, and the people fishing and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And we also did a beautiful hike there at the campground that leads around to the other side of the lake into the mountains. There's a lot to offer by this campground. That's why it gets such a high rating. It was nice and quiet at night, and it had hiking, it had fishing. We saw so many different animals in the area. We found lots of elk bone all over the campground also, so there must be elk here, particularly in winter. So we really enjoyed Quemado Lake, and if this is your kind of campground, definitely do check it out. Number 5 is Manzano Mountain State Park. And this is very close to the city of Albuquerque. It's in under a 2-hour drive. And it's set in a beautiful, beautiful area of the mountains, the Manzano Mountains on the east side. It's not a huge campground like most of the state parks. It doesn't have a lot of amenities to it. There is a dump station there, and there are pumps for filling your water. But this is a seasonal campground. It's only open from May until late October, I believe. So do check that out. And it does fill up almost every weekend. So if you want to go there, make reservations. We thought it was a beautiful campground and a beautiful setting. And it was so easily accessible from Albuquerque on a weekend. It really did make our list for a good reason, and there's great hiking in the area too. Number 4 is Aguirre campground down by Las Cruces. This is a BLM campground, and for that reason it is very inexpensive. Do check the sign and you fill out your form, but it's first come only, and it's a fairly decent sized campground. There were over 30 different campsites in a couple of different loops. So go drive around first and see what you're interested in before you pick a site. But the main reason to go here and why it's so high on our list, the views. Look at these views from the campsites. Every campsite seemed to have a great view, and there were several hiking trails leaving directly from the campground. That just hits all the notes for us. It is a great campground, and I would highly recommend it if you're like us, and when you go camping, you want to do a little hiking too, and hang out with beautiful views. Number 3 on our list, of course, is Jemez Falls Campground. We have been to this campground 4 times in the past 15 years. We absolutely love this ponderosa forest in the Jemez Mountains. It is so beautiful, and there's so many hiking trails. This campground is now by reservation most of the year when it's open, which is only from about early May until late October. So make your reservations as soon as you think you want to go here. It gets crowded and gets busy. We tried to go camping there last year, and every single weekend was already full by the time we thought about it. There are fantastic hiking trails here. You can hike to Jemez Falls Waterfall, or you can just take hikes on various trails all through the forest. It is absolutely beautiful. It is less than 2-hour drive from the city of Albuquerque, so this is another easy one for weekend camping. Jemez Falls Campground. We love it. Number 2 on our list is Jack's Creek Campground. This one is accessed from the south, heading north from Pecos, and it is a long, windy road to get up there, and the road dead ends into the campground, but look at these views. You go to Jack's Creek Campground to live up in the mountains with these views. It is absolutely stunning. And all these campsites are first come only. So let me tell you, on Fridays, it starts filling up for the weekend. If you're going up, I'd highly recommend you make that decision and get up there early in order to snag a really good campsite. There are campsites for trailers, there are campsites for tents. And if you love to hike, there's some world-class hiking trails right in the area. There are too many to mention here. I can just tell you, if you love to hike, this is where you should go. Or just go for the view. Wow. It is absolutely amazing. And our number 1 campground in the state of New Mexico is once again Columbine, up in Red River. We have been there numerous times. We are never disappointed, but you do need to make reservations, especially for the weekends. Half the campsites are reservation and the other half are first come, and they fill up fast. Every time we're there are people riding around looking for a spot, and they just don't get one because this is a popular campground. It is beautiful and it's quiet in the forest. The campsites are huge, and there's a fantastic hiking trail there. Plus, you're really close to the town of Red River. You can just drive in for the day and have lunch, pick up groceries, do whatever you want to do in the city, and then you can also do the Columbine Trail hike right from the campground. It is one of the prettiest hikes in the state, and it is an easier hike, at least for the first mile or so anybody can do it. When we were there this summer, we saw families with little kids even doing this hike every day. It's just beautiful along a river, through the mountains, spectacular views. That's why Columbine Campground is our number 1 campground in New Mexico. We just absolutely love this place and we love this area. It is what is great about camping in the state of New Mexico. So I hope you enjoyed our list. We have some honorable mention campgrounds that did not quite make the top 10, and they are Hyde Memorial State Park near Santa Fe, Navajo Lake, Blue Water Lake, and Black Canyon Campground up by Santa Fe. Santa Barbara Campground would have made our top 10 list if it were not so noisy. There's just too many people in too small of an area, and we love the hiking, hate the campground. So this was our top 10 favorite campgrounds in the state of New Mexico. I hope you enjoyed the video, and maybe you saw something that surprised you on our list, or you think we left out a campground that we should have included. If you do, or you have comments for us, please leave those below. We love reading your comments and we try to answer every one. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit like and think about subscribing. We have lots of camping, hiking, backpacking, and travel adventures all over the state coming up, and we'd love to have you along with us. So, as I always say, get out there and hug a tree and enjoy nature. It's good for you. And thanks for watching.